Hello, this is Andrew with Missing Remote. I have OnePlus 7 Plus, and because the OnePlus 7 Plus does not have a 3.5mm jack in it, which I'm not happy about, but what you're going to do, I got the USB Type-C to 3.5mm adapter. So I'm going to go ahead and open that first because it's here. Alright, so here's the adapter. Of course it is red, as it should be. C, 3.5, and it weighs 3 grams, 2 grams, somewhere between 2 and 3 grams. Now, to get this, so this has the Atmos 2 SIM card slots, which is important to me. And one of the reasons why I keep buying OnePlus devices is that I need 2 SIMs, or I like 2 SIMs. So that's kind of fancy. That is probably nothing important. Here's the phone. I got the blue one because the other one is kind of boring. And that looks, well, that's heavier than I expected. But that looks really nice. Let's see how much that weighs. 206. Okay. And here's the supercharger. And the cable that connects it, and this is quite thick for a USB cable, but I guess it has to be, given the electricity that's going to be flowing through it. So all in, 117. And there's supposed to be a case or something that comes in here. Maybe that's what this is. Ah, yes. So I guess this is important, because this is the case. And the reason why this is important is because this is glass. And I don't usually, oh, and it's very slippery. I don't usually use a case on my phones. I usually use a skin. I've been using D-brand skins on my phone. But because this is glass, I'm a little concerned. So I'm going to try with the case. That doesn't look awesome. Maybe I'll just not use the case and hope for the best. Because, like, this looks nice. This looks really, really nice. This, not so nice. Let's see if it powers on. That's not power. That might be power. I expect this to be power. All right, yeah. For a bit of reference, this is an Apple TV remote. So that is just huge. Oops. Back. There we go. So if you've set up an Android phone, this should be consistent with that. So there's no reason to show that. So I've never seen a SIM tray like the one that's in the OnePlus 7 Pro, and it's pretty neat. It has, so the SIM tray is one on each side. Now, I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to use the thing, but I just took it out, and it is just really clever, so I thought I'd just take a little video of it real quick. So it's been a couple days with the OnePlus 7 Pro, and I have to say that I really like it. The screen is fantastic. It's really fast, but I don't really like the rounded edges on it. They distort things, and it's sometimes easy when you've got it in your hand to have the whatever app you're in pick up the fact that your finger's on the side as a press, and then other presses, like if I'm holding like this, some presses won't work here because of these fingers. My fingers are activating some kind of press function in whatever the app is. I missed the 3.5mm headphone jack, but I'm kind of getting used to that. But the biggest complaint that I have is that it is incredibly slippery. And the back is even more slippery than the front. So I'm going to have to put something on it, some kind of skin or something, because it's almost like it's got like a static protection on it, because it just wants to like slide out of things. Oh, and another thing is that it seems to be slightly heavier on this end than this end. I don't get it because the battery's probably right here, and so that it wants to tilt like this, and so it makes my hands tired when I hold it. And I'm slowly getting used to that. But overall, I really like it. It's a very nice upgrade to the OnePlus 5 that I guess I still have, and I think it's definitely worth it if you have an older device, because you definitely feel the difference in speed. You feel the difference in like niceness on the screen, and the camera's not bad either. So I just wanted to briefly go over some of the things that I really think are pretty neat about the OnePlus 7 Pro. First off, it has like an ambient display kind of thing where you can show the date and time and things. But then on the fingerprint reader, it's a little bit tricky to make it. It works really well when you pick it up. I think it's probably based on the accelerometer, but it doesn't work so well when it's on a table. So you go ahead and push it. You see that little pop thing there. And one of the other things that I really like is that you can change the colors of these accent highlights. So if I go in here and I search for, I think it's accent, and we're going to see something else that's really neat. So the accent color, and then watch what happens. It selects it, finds it, and it flashes it down here. And then you can go in here and you can select whatever you want. And if you know the hex code for the color, you can just bang it in there as well. So I think that's awesome. The screen is fantastic. 90 hertz refresh rate, and it looks just amazing. So I just wanted to close the loop on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Overall, I really like it. It's a very good device. It's a little heavier than I would have liked. The battery life isn't as good as I would have liked given the 4,000 milliamp battery. But there's some options there. You can reduce the screen refresh rate from 90 hertz to 60 hertz. I played with that a little bit, but I think in a pinch I would do that. But the screen is one of the things that I like about it the most. And I don't have any trouble getting through the day with it. So I don't see the need to mess with that. The other two issues or the really only two issues that I've had with it are that it is incredibly slippery. I've had it slide off of things, even with a slight angle, and I've dropped it a couple times. Thankfully, onto something soft, so no damage. The way I kind of sorted that was with a slick wrap, clear matte wrap on it. It does take a little bit of the niceness off the back because the back is gorgeous. So I didn't want to cover it with a case or with a different color skin, which is what I usually do with my phones. You still get this like color shifting niceness, but it works really well. And because of the nature of the material, I don't know if you can hear that. It makes it so much less slippery. Unfortunately, it didn't go on quite right. It's because there's a little bit of a line here. But I'll happily sacrifice that little bit of ugliness for the grippiness of it. And then the other thing is that sometimes, and this is a weird thing, is it kind of like registers random presses in random places. And I haven't really been able to figure that out. I did a little research, and I think that OnePlus has noted this as an issue and are going to fix it. It is a very new phone, so it's not unusual to have some weirdness around that. Other than that, I really like it. It's reasonably priced for what it is, and which is a really really nice phone. The camera is good. It's better than the OnePlus 5, but I do hope it is an area where they make some improvements. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I think it was a great purchase. Cheers.